Boys and girls and everybody in between, it's Pride Month here at Not Gospel.
Speaking of pride, you are a proud new dog owner.
That's right. Speaking of pride here, I am a proud owner of a mini golden doodle. His name is Pickle. We're going to put his little puppy dog eyes in the camera there.
It's so adorable.
There you go. Scoop Roberts, if you're watching this one's for you, bud.
It's for you, Scoop.
Governor DeSantis, Florida, day one of Pride Month, bans trans athletes from competing in sports, from boys and girls sports. Day one of Pride Month, he signs a bill banning trans athletes in Florida from competing in the opposite sports.
Well, there's a lot of, you would think feminists, they kind of fit into that super left thing in your mind. Maybe they're not, but a lot of them are kind of thumbs up with that because you have what was that example? Joe Rogan talks about it. That guy, the person that transitioned into
the
girl,
MMA fighter that was a biological male.
Yes,
that
and he smacked. It's hard to watch.
Put the girl in the hospital.
Yeah.
And the thing about that story is even the fighter that beat that person. So that trans athlete who was in MMA, another biological female fighter wound up beating this person, wound up beating them. Eventually. And even she said that this individual, this trans athlete, hit in a way that she had never experienced before. That there was something completely different about this individual's body. This person's physiology was vastly different from a biological female. And she said, even though she beat this person, she said she still felt like that individual needed to be in a different sport, in a different league of their own.
That's my question. I know it might be self-defeating for what they want, but shouldn't there be a third category? And I know that's putting them in a box and they don't want to do that, but I feel like there should be, here's a trans athlete category for guys and girls.
Okay, so there are physiological, biological differences between men and female. They just are truth. And there is no place where those physiological, biological differences are more evident than in physical competition.
Yeah.
When literally your success depends on these physiological, biological factors. Tennis is a good example. The Williams sisters, incredible female tennis players. Absolutely. But then there was some kind of game between, it was either Serena Williams or Venus Williams against the guy who was ranked 200th or something like that in men's. And he about aced her in the games. And she was his serves were faster than anything I'd ever had to go against. This is nothing against biological females, or it's nothing against either one. It's just a simple fact that in physical competition, the physiological differences between male and female matter. They do.
Well, and I think that's what they're trying to do is blur the lines in society now that there is no difference and we are exactly the same. And I think there's these differences that complement each other. Wasn't there a study done women, they're great, they're really good at multitasking. Is that a thing?
There are studies on agreeableness. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, guys go to prison, women don't.
Biological male and females, there's a spectrum of agreeableness, and the majority of people are right here in the middle. But on the outer fringes of those who are incredibly disagreeable and those who are very agreeable, it's predominantly male who are much more disagreeable and females who are more agreeable.
So the guy's more likely to fight and commit a crime, and the women are okay, let's chill. Minus the Karens.
We also see minus the Karens. You also see that in the professional world. There are a lot of women. Much more women doctors and stuff now than there were in previous years.
Right.
And a lot of that, some people attribute that to the evil patriarchy. That now that they've loosened up the evil patriarchy, meant that, we fought back against the patriarchy. Now all of a sudden women are welcome in the workforce. What I think it is in reality is that, and I've seen this in my own wife, she's a pharmacist. She went to school for 9 years. And I couldn't be more proud of her, man. She's brilliant, beautiful.
Rock star.
Oh, dude, I married up. If you're a dude and you don't marry up, you got a problem. But I married up, man. She's a fantastic woman. But she's much more agreeable than me, I find. And so in school, imagine school, you got somebody who's agreeable and you tell them, hey, if you do this and this and this for the next X amount of years, you're going to make this much money and have this much success and this much security and stuff. For someone who's agreeable, they're like, okay, I'll do this and this and this and this and this, and boom, there I am.
Yeah.
You tell that to somebody who's not agreeable, and they're going to be like, you don't tell me what to do. And then they're going to wind up dropping out or going to a trade job or doing things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's much more the male thing to do. That happened kind of to me. I went to college, and they were like, what are you here for? I was in some orientation class, and I was like, well, I want to be in the most successful Christian band there is. And he's like, yeah, but what do you want doing at college? I was like, I don't know. That's where you go after high school. And he's like, well, what are you doing here? And I got up and left, and he gave me an A. So that was a fantastic professor, by the way.
I just don't want someone that's like a guy to put a girl in a hospital.
And I don't want people who are convinced that they're a girl and they're a boy. I don't want them pushing out biological females out of sports.
Well, and what about like the commerce? Like, let's say I have a daughter and whatever, and she's like, I want to be a professional tennis player. And I'm like, well, good luck.
The reason there's problems here with this whole the trans athlete thing, the big problem here is that what they're pushing for now is people trying to be compassionate to trans athletes, especially people on the left, or even students, female athletes, biological female athletes are like, we don't say that they need the league of their own. They say we disagree with that, but we just feel like their hormone levels need to be down to where ours are if they're going to compete with us. The reason why that's dangerous is because that would encourage individuals to get their kids at an early age on hormone blockers and this kind of stuff.
And they turn 18 or they're 25 and they go to their parents and they're like, what did you do to me?
Right. Well, and that's the stuff, the long-term stuff that nobody's thinking about. It's like, and there are many trans people who have trans regret, who've went through transitional surgery and everything and hormone therapy and have come back and to be the gender and the sex that they actually are, and have said, I made a huge mistake. I was looking for acceptance. I wish that someone had worked with me on a deeper level. Veterans have one day. Get 1 day. We honor veterans for 1 day.
Yeah, the politics.
The LBGTQ apostrophe exclamation point, what have you, symbol crowd.
Yeah.
They get an entire month.
Right.
And dude, I saw all the stuff. Did you see the stuff on Memorial Weekend where people were like, so Memorial Day is essentially a day where we just pay honor we honor murderers, because if you're in the army, you're a trained murderer. You're a trained assassin.
See, here's what's weird. We just talked about the compassion, the Jesus, the individual, basically. Now we're talking about the ideology, and that's where my compassion kind of drops out a little bit, because I'm like, dude, the only reason you can say that is because dudes fought a bunch of bullies that want to murder you.
Well, perhaps they just don't know. Maybe they've forgotten that it was a bunch of soldiers, veterans, who went and stormed the beaches of Normandy, who stopped the Nazis from wiping out Jews. Perhaps they forgot how many lost their lives when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Perhaps they forgot these things, or perhaps even more nefarious. Perhaps they were never taught these things.
Which one?
I mean, how could you say something like we honor murderers on Memorial Day, and honest and know how many lives were lost defending people from tyrannical leaders and over the course of human history?
I think it goes back to with that ideology. Don't worry, people are basically good. Oh, look at history. Nope. No, people are good. Everybody's good. We're never going to fight another war because now we're good.
Yeah. If you're a soldier, American soldier, apparently you're bad no matter what. You're a trained murderer. It's the same thing with guns. A gun is a bad thing. It's never a good thing. It can't be used to defend life. It only is used to take it. It's like, no, soldiers are used to defend life too. They've been defending lives. They've been defending your life and your right to say all this dumb stuff And and sorry, but in my opinion, if you say that Memorial Day is about, and in my family, we never made a huge stink about Memorial Day. We never did a bunch of things, because we didn't have a lot of military deceased relatives in the military that we would go visit, their gravestone sites and all this stuff. We didn't have a whole lot of that, and we didn't do a lot of that. But even so, I recognize what it means. It doesn't mean we're not honoring murderers. Like in my opinion, it's just a dumb thing to say, to sit and say that Memorial Day we are honoring murderers. And it has to be a statement made out of ignorance. You must clearly just not know what the military has done for even you to buy you the right to say that.
Dude, if you're at Pride Parade and you have a bunch of let's get the fantasy out there.
Pride Parade and you got a bunch of bigots.
A bunch of bigots with guns and they're shooting at you. What are they going to do? Are they going to say no?
White supremacist bigots or whatever.
Are all of them going to be like, no, don't shoot them, like compassion? No, they are going to murder the heck out of those guys. It will be mob mentality.
They're going to hope if you're at a Pride Parade and that happens, you're going to hope that somebody with military training or at least police training or something defends you and fights back and defends your life.
But what I'm saying is human nature will take over in that group, and they will go after those people.
They'll fight or flight. They'll either run away in terror or they will fight.
Let's get details. You say 20. Let's give it. Let's say 20 giant Trump supporters, whatever they would think, come in and just start hitting people from Pride. Do you think for 1 second,
if you take the guns away, without a doubt, the Pride people are going to fight back, of course.
They're going to murder the heck out of them.
Beat the crud out of them. Hit them with rocks, whatever they can do, because they find them so offensive and repulsive, and they're defending themselves.
This is why we go to war, and this is why it's that level, except with the Nazis. They're like, hey, we want to murder. We want to actually kill you.
Nazis were legitimately... They were out with a purpose of genocide.
Yeah.
And so that's why the Allies were like, we have to stop this.
Well, and I think it comes down to with the left as usual. It's like a focus issue of here's Pride Month. I get it. Okay, I understand. But then you have Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, I feel like, and I'm not being sarcastic here, I feel like Memorial Day for veterans should be very, very, very celebrated, because this is our freedom. We get to do all of this. You don't get freedom because of LGBTQ rights. No, you get freedom because a bunch of dudes died on a beach and got shot and got their legs blown off. Yeah. And I know people can't see that, and they seem to have forgotten that. I always reference my early 20s whatever friend that just hasn't thought about anything.
Yeah.
And the blue hair SJW, it's like, dude, the reason you can scream in a rally, like, what comes after freedom is that you get to do that after freedom, not before.
The response to Pride Month, the Christian response to Pride Month, like, how do you respond to it? Like, to me,
dude, it's so hard for me to say.
I first off say that I admit that it's backwards. In my opinion, 1 day for veterans and an entire month for trans, gay, lesbian, LGBTQ pride is very much backwards. Without a doubt. You want to devote a month to celebrating veterans and what our veterans, the sacrifices our veterans have made to preserve our way of life and our freedoms, and that's for white, black, brown, whoever. If you're American, your freedoms have been preserved by military people. End of story.
I think it's hard to talk about Christian response. I think my response, what I want to do in the face of the pride thing, and I know this probably isn't right, but I want to go la 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 la. That's what I want to do, because it's very hard, because I have friends. But what I feel like the best thing I can possibly do is write some song, get it on the radio, that brings someone closer to Jesus. And that song is not, you can't be this, and that, but it leads people a little bit towards Jesus. Because me having a conversation with them, being like, you need to do this, that is not step one. That is step 552.
But for the everyday Christian that's not going to write music and isn't going to get a record label.
Well, I'm saying, I think you just got to be a super nice dude and go serve in your church and take the plank out of your eye first.
I love that. Mine is a little...
Dude, I'm telling you,
I don't know if it's right or not. I don't know if this is right or not. But I say, look, it's Pride Month. All right? They have every right. They have every right to be proud of who they are, and all of this stuff. And let's be real. I've seen the NFL wearing the rainbow flag in their banner for Pride Month. Every single big organization is celebrating Pride Month for the LGBTQ community.
Not because they necessarily care about it.
So
they don't.
So to say that LGBTQ, that situation and that community is no longer, you are the establishment community. The establishment is for you. The establishment is celebrating you. Here's the deal. There's nothing more rebellious. There's nothing more rebellious in our time right now than being a Christian, than being a cisgendered, conservative,
white males.
White males, sure. So, in my opinion, if you're a Christian, here's what you do. Don't judge a single person for their gender identity, for their sexual preference and sexual identity, like an orientation. Don't judge them at all. You just be super proud of being straight, cisgendered, male or biological male or female, and Christian especially. And you just be super proud of, hey, it's Pride Month. I'm celebrating the fact that I'm a Christian. I'm celebrating the fact that I'm straight, baby. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Do it. And when they come at you, if someone comes at you and say, how dare you? You're such a bigot. I'd say, whoa, 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 whoa. You do you, boo-boo, but I'm not about to be so stuck up my own hind end that I'm judging somebody based on their sexual identity or gender identity and sexual orientation. So, if you're going to judge me by my gender identity because I'm a cisgender person, say I don't have a right to be proud of that, that's on you, boo-boo.
Well, it's like this is now where that's like the ideological part where they're going to come after me for how dare you be white and own property and do all this. It's like that's...
How dare I be proud? But the thing is, you use their language.
Yeah.
How dare I be proud of my sexual orientation and my gender identity? Oh, I don't know. It's Pride Month. The glorification of sex itself, I feel like, in some of these rallies and things, it could be a straight rally. And if they were out there, if there was girls in micro bikinis and dudes and nug huggers, and dudes, if it was dudes in banana hammocks and nut huggers, and say it, I don't care, and chicks in micro bikinis.
You already have the record deal. You can.
I'd be like, I'm not gonna let my kids see this. Like, no, thank you. Even if it was a straight pride rally. So it's like that stuff annoys me. But the thing I've started to do, I can still be annoyed with that stuff, but I'm started to just be super pumped about this month and be like, it's Pride Month. I'm proud of my sexual orientation, baby. I'm proud of being a cisgender dude.
You go down to Berea College, it's you and like 5 other dudes with like a trucker hat and like just a straight you want to get some footage. I'm not going to be in that. Not that I don't support you, but...
I just want to have a sign that says, be proud. A black and white sign, no rainbow. It says, be proud. And just have like, I'm a Christian and have the Christian flag on it. Just be like, I'm a Christian and I'm proud of that. In my life, there's 2 things I'm the most proud of. I'm proud of being a dad, and I'm proud of being a Christian. That's the things I'm most proud of. You tell me it's Pride Month and you say, but it doesn't really mean being proud of everything. It means I don't give a crap. I'm going to start embracing. You embrace what you want of Pride Month. I'm going to embrace what I want in Pride Month, which is I'm going to be proud of being a Christian because I feel like that's the best way to live. I'm going to be proud of being a dad, raising my boys in a way that I think is accepting and compassionate and courageous. And I'm going to be proud of being straight because, dude, I'm proud of my wife. Praise the Lord, amen. That'll preach.
At the end of the day, what I want, what I've really worked so hard, even over the past 10 years for, is I want to be playing a concert some night. I want to tell my story about, hey, I almost ended my life and God saved me. And no matter who's in the crowd, I want that message that Jesus and this Christian lifestyle has really worked out well for me. I hope that resonates with people, and I don't want to come off as targeting any individual, but at the end of the day, that's what I want to do, and I hope that message rings true in all situations. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I am not throwing shade at them or disrespecting them. I do throw shade when I start being proud of who I am.
It's that ideology.
And they come back and say, you don't have the right to be proud of who you are. I'll be like, Who are you? I don't care what you say about me not having the right. I have every right to be proud of my Jesus, every right to be proud of my kids, because that's what I'm saying. When you say that I don't have the right to be proud of being straight, I can't be proud of my wife.
Right.
When you say I don't have the right to be proud that I'm a Christian, I can't be proud of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what I turn around. It's like when I say I'm a Christian, I'm proud of what Jesus did. I'm proud of believing in him. When I say I'm proud to be straight, I'm proud of my wife.
Yeah.
When I say I'm a proud father, I'm proud of my kids. I'm not proud of me and my incredible fatherhood.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my kids and how awesome they are. And so I will not let nobody can tell me that I can't be proud of those things. I'll be like, nah, you forget about it. I'm gonna be just as proud of those things this month as I am every other month.
I think, and I hope what people see is we get heated about this ideology that says everything in the old world, that everything has been built on, is all evil, all bad.
Yeah.
That's what we get fiery mad about.
Absolutely.
This individual people that I know that are LGBTQ, I would do most things in life to make them as comfortable as possible with whatever. I would go out of my way in many areas to make sure that but it's this ideology that everything should be thrown away. Everything from the old world, that is what we get fiery mad about. And I feel like a little bit of Pride Month is in that ideology of like veterans get one day and Pride gets a month. Like,
I don't want to quelch your pride for being, even if I don't agree with the lifestyle, even if my religious convictions don't agree with the lifestyle, I'm not going to tell you not to be proud of these things. The only thing I'm going to object to is hey, can you not like show half your genitals in your outfit you choose to wear, like when you're walking down the street or on television? Like, could you not do that? You know, could you represent Pride Month with a touch more modesty? Because I promise, when I represent being proud of being straight and being a dad and being a Christian, I promise I'll do it in modesty too. I'll promise I'll do it in a way where I don't have all my unsightly back fat just out there for you to get grossed out at. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm asking. You know, that and everybody Wang Chung tonight.
I love it.
Tell us what you think about Pride Month. Write your comments down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are so thankful for every single subscriber, and we're getting new ones every week. So you guys are awesome, and keep being awesome, because that's how he made you.